Resonance podcast with Sally. Good morning, my soul family. How are you doing today? Hello, my dearest. Warmest welcome. This is the Roar Resonance podcast, and I am Sally, your cosmic navigator. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. Welcome. If you need some extra day to rest, restore, we are here. And if you are new to my channel, a little bit about me and about this space. I am a multidimensional soul who loves to gather information, integrate them, embody them, and implement them as I live out my days, fulfilling and aligning to my life's purpose and true north. I weave in tales that connect stars and wisdom from various places and share them with you, with what needs to be expressed at this very moment. In this space, I have co-created with the divine to foster a sacred space, a safe space, a sanctuary, a place for restoration, renewal, and transcendence. Every message, every image, every song are activated with Reiki and light language with the divine. My soul's name is in light language is Akandara, the voice in the cloud, here to bridge the unseen to the seen. So these readings are timeless, regardless to when I recorded them, and they are arriving into your field at the time that you called them in. You are right where you need to be, and if you resonate thus far and feel called to do so, subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out on the latest releases. That's it for my spiel, but much love, and let's begin. So on today's episode, as I tune into the energy and bring in the wisdom of 10, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel two energy tugging at me. And what I see are two children, one child on each side, pulling at my arms, wanting to split me into two. Essentially, all I hear is like, me, like, come here, like, my turn. No, your turn. My turn. And I suppose if I could, I would, right? Give each side, each child, my fullest attention, yet the reality of the human experience or human existence, our life here on earth, any game you play or places where you're filling with wants and desires, wanting to create your own heaven on earth, choices are made moment by moment, whether we want to accept it or not. But truth is, we make choices every moment. And for example, right, looking at the sun in the morning, you can choose to be like, hello, sun. I am at peace and filled with joy. Laugh and enjoy the peace in that moment. Or, sun, let me sleep in more. Neither right nor wrong, with complete no judgment, but they are nonetheless choices made one moment at a time. A moment that creates branches within your timeline. So back to the two children tugging at you. I feel that these two children, when I think of children, I think of innocence, right? I see the complete unlimited potential in a child, and they are a bundle of magic, miracle, craziness. And when I think of like the seeing them as how it's showing up as like two child pulling at you on each side, it feels like there are two choices that have a lot of potential. And as with a child too, they grow, like when they are born, they're a blank slate to some extent, to some degree, and they have all of this unlimited potential ahead of them. And what's going to happen as they grow up is that they are going to be influenced by immediate family dynamic, extended family, society, culture, school, everything. And dependent on how these influences impact them, right? Dependent on what their own foundation is, what they learned from childhood, it's going to shape their decisions moment by moment, and it's going to influence the path that they're going to take. And all of that is a complete mystery. All of that is the unknown. So with this too, with this choice that you're facing, it feels like a choice that is very physical and immediate. So something that is impacting the materiality of your current reality. And both of them have the potential to be something wonderful, something great. But there's still there's this a little bit of a doubt. There's a sense of there's an unknown to it. And with that, you're not completely certain, even though there's a bit of you that is certain about this a choice. And what's interesting about this energy too is that it doesn't feel like it feels mature. Like the energy feels very seasoned in a way where, they're not so crippled by doubt. Rather, there's the doubt, like a little bit of the doubt and about the uncertainty, but then there's this huge, almost evolved way of looking at it. It's like, let's see, what do I need? What do I want? There's a very empowering aspect to it too, where this owning of your own power, recognizing what you need, and also if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out kind of mentality. So it's a very evolved, very seasoned, and I think more of that will come up. I feel like it's going to come up a little later. And what I feel for certain here, what I feel for certain in this moment is that there's this chapter, a phase, a job, a cycle, a cycle, like the wheel, right? The wheel is turning, and the cycle that you're in is coming to a completion. So this could be, for example, if you've been on the hunt for a job and interviewing, etc. This is coming to a close, and your effort will pay off through aligning with that job that is meant to find you at this time. If you're single and have been intentionally weaving in, manifesting new relationships, it's coming in. Essentially, whatever frequency that you've been emitting, you are now attracting. So this cycle, this period of you doing the work and all of that, it's almost to say oh yeah, now it's you're going to see the result of that. So if you've been emitting, for example, I am abundance embodied. Money and I have a strong partnership. My husband and I love each other. We are partners. All of these different feeling and vision and thoughts behind all this, and aligning your actions to those beliefs, you are bringing those into your life. And it's coming in an abundance of it. So with this also being a major arcana card, this does feel very finite. And I feel that this is related to, again, your physical world, the materiality. So again, people, places, or things. And for some of you, these choices are could be related. Yeah, for some of you, these choices are very much influenced by your spiritual growth. So, and it could be related to something within the unseen too. So nowadays, when I look at the wheel, and I also look at the world card, and what I feel is that it can feel tumultuous at time when you're in the wheel of fortune phase, and you have your good days and you have your bad days. One card is life is happening to me, the wheel. And then the other is, no, I am the one turning that wheel, and that's the world. And I think there's this, and it goes to, I had mentioned how this decision doesn't feel so, it feels seasoned, and it feels like there's a level of maturity with it. And I think it also very much ties to the unseen world, whether you are conscious or unconscious about it. Is that you've grown, so you're not the same as you once were. You have grown you evolved into this new version of yourself. So like a 5.0. And I think there's a part of you that's now being very much, you recognize that life is happening, like you're the one turning the wheel, but you're also the one in the wheel. And you are beginning to acknowledge, recognize, and understand that you have been the one making the choices one moment at a time. And as much as you are the one turning the wheel, right? You're the one in the wheel. So now that this wheel of fortune is coming back again in a way, you're not approaching it the same. And you're stepping into this place of full accountability and owning your power to create. And this is, of course, broadly speaking, not to get into the nitty-gritty of one situation or another. So I feel like for some of you, I feel like this is really much related to a conscious knowing, a conscious understanding that this is a spiritual evolution for you. The spiritual evolution is helping and guiding you through the process of making that decision that is most aligned to you. So I think for some of you, you guys are very conscious. You've been doing the healing work, the shadow work, all of these different things and you've evolved. And this is this is the acknowledgement. This is the me mirroring back to you that yes, all that spiritual work that you've done, this moment right here, this is a moment for you to celebrate. That you are making decisions that yes, life is happening, but you are approaching it differently in a new lens. So I'm very curious to see how that may resonate in your field. But at the end of the day, right, take what resonates with you. But overall, in terms of like this energy, I do not feel that this is a shadow energy. And 10:44 on my clock. I feel that much of the abundance is coming now. So if you've been in a period of bad, quote unquote, bad luck, the quote unquote good times are coming up. And the universe is calling for you to have more faith. And as I said, the sun came out. And as I said that, the sun came out. Oh my God, I love it. There are also factors outside of your control. And I think you recognize this, that your life is unfolding in ways that are expected and unexpected. And in a way, I feel like this is going to be a very short episode today. I feel like very much in this moment was destined to happen. It's clear on what you want to do. And the rest is, and you also recognize that the rest is out of your control. And there's a call to flow and explore the unlimited potential. And as a bonus for today, because this is a really short episode compared to my other ones, I pulled some additional cards and I got 43 Passion Flower Surrender. So definitely time to surrender to the unseen and simply flow. A lot of Neptunian and moon energy. And I know that we have a new moon coming up next week. So I'm recording this on May 3rd. And I think the new moon is sometime in May 7th or 8th, I want to say. So there's definitely new beginnings coming up for you. And there's something that is working in behind the scene. And in this moment, you're called to make choices. You know that the choices that you know you want to make in this moment. The rest will be supported by the divine. Dream big. As you dream big, you're calling it into your life. So dream. Especially when we have those moments when we're daydreaming about all, you're through that act, through consciously choosing, like, I'm going to sit down right now and I'm going to spend 15 minutes daydreaming. You are weaving that into your reality. You're bringing that in. So revel in the mysteries of your unconscious patterns and watch the magic blossom in you. I also feel a lot of Lemurian, Atlantean, Mintakian energy, so may be significant to support you in this time. Being near water, streams, oceans, lakes will also support you into easing with the flow. And later today, planning to release a water light language activation. So if you feel called to listen to it for additional support, I'll link it one way or another in the description or comment fields. And I pulled some goddess cards to support us too, and another 43. So 7 may be important to you, or any combination of 7, life path, personality, soul number. But 7 might be an important number to you. And Persephone with inexperience. So I feel like for some of you, you may be feeling called to work with Persephone. And there's this beautiful, so dark feminine goddess and dark meaning. You can look that up. And this doesn't mean anything like shadowy or quote unquote bad or anything like that. It's a very empowering, very powerful energy, I will say that. And through my own work with Persephone. So Persephone is coming in, and it feels more about this evolution of the young maiden to the queen and Empress energy. So the power of fertility, abundance, and creation. And it's okay not to know everything. And every experience they have their own lessons. And what I'm hearing is you're being called to be curious, be open, be teachable, and the universe will deliver to you what you want one way or another. And then on the bottom of the deck, I have Isis and rebirth. The number is 25, which equals 7. So definitely 7, 7, 7, 7. Any combination of 7s are important, or just things adding up and they equal 7 is really important to you. And you're going through a rebirth, definitely emerging anew. And working with Isis is the mother energy, a very more mature energy. And what I feel when I work with Isis is that there's this awakening. There's this beautiful regal awakening of yourself. You are stepping to a place of full sovereignty, owning your power. So from an inexperienced to queen energy. So that energy is coming up again, this evolution. So there's definitely a cycle that is coming to a close right now. And there's also an acknowledgement, a celebration. I'm seeing like a whole bunch of like our guides kind of doing like, yay, we did it kind of energy of like, yes, you have leapt to a new timeline. You have evolved. Yes, that's it. That is it. And I think you're bringing all of this new mentality into how you approach relationships, jobs, and from a very evolved state. So wow, that is so beautiful. What a beautiful unfolding. So that's like very exciting. I really would love to hear how this energy is showing up for you. And I truly now, yes, that is the end of what I have for you today. Thank you for being here with me till the end, and thank you to our guides who are here to support our highest good and our highest evolution. Thank you, and we are complete, and so it is. If you feel so called to do so, subscribe, like, comment, affirm, and share. Thank you, my love, my heart, my soul, my everything. The light in me sees the light in you. Until next time.